morning and happy Christmas. It's Boxing Day. We've just parked south of Tebay at Carlin Gill Bridge, where we're going to do a beautiful scramble route into the Howgills. Initially from the bridge, the route takes us into Carlin Gill. It's a beautiful little valley. The head of the gill turns into a bit of a ravine, a bit more steep sided, where you'll find the waterfall. Yeah, from memory, I think we may have to cross the gill a couple of times. As you can see, we've come to a bad section on this side. It's too deep to get across, but you can go up a little bit and just round this little bank. Drops us back down the other side. There's a few little bits like that. We've just plodded up the gill to the right hand side of Carlin Gill for about a mile. As you've seen, there's a couple of little exposed sections where you've got to kind of raise up off the side of the river to climb round it. A few slippery rocks, so yeah, you need to be careful a little bit there. The fells ahead of me, where you can see that dark scar in the fell, I don't know whether you can, just here. That is actually Black Force, where we're heading. To the right of that we've got Fell Head, which is where we're going to head after we get to the top of Black Force. We're still heading up Carlin Gill. To the right of me there's a smaller gill which runs into Carlin Gill, which is actually called Small Gill. It's got some nice little waterfalls in there, worth going and having a look at. So we'll just have a little plod up here. Look at these hills. The sleeping elephants, as Alfred Wainwright described them. Most people drive past these hills on the M6. These hills are always quiet and they're absolutely gorgeous. They don't have any fences, they don't have any walls, very, very few trees. You don't get too many sheep up here. It is like a tiny, tiny, tiny Scotland. It's absolutely beautiful. Just ahead of us now, we've got the head of the valley, which steepens off, and that big scar to the right of me takes us up onto Black Force waterfall. There's a lovely little grassy arete up there. Somewhere at this point we need to get over the river. As you can see, it runs up steeply to the right of me now, so we need to cross over because the footpath's on the left hand side up here as we go into the steep section. That'll do there where Billy's at, I think. Quite deep there, we need to make a big step. And we're over. So this is Blackforce. We're at the head of the Gill now. Blackforce waterfall. The route is to the left of the waterfall, up this ridge, where you'll find that grassy arete that I spoke of a bit higher up. We've got to get across the river somewhere here. I think I crossed the river further up there last time. As you've seen on the way up the Gill there was a few exposed parts. So, you know, you've got to be careful. Same goes up here. Nothing too technical, but look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. We cross the river somewhere down there, then we go slightly round this ridge. The footpath goes up there. There isn't much of a footpath. Goes up there, joins about there, and then kind of just meanders up that ridge. As you can see, up from the river is quite steep. There's not much of a footpath at all. So, yep, great care's needed. Here's the rock star! Me interesting me. All he's interested in is everything around him. And who could blame him? Come on, lad. So we're almost up to that grassy arete that I spoke about earlier. Look at that, absolutely fantastic. Well, we're at the top of the waterfall now. We're going to continue along the Gill, and then we're going to take a right up onto Fell Head, and then we're going to continue on to Linghaw. From the top of Blackforce, which is over there, we scrambled up the edge of the Gill here. We could have came over the top there. There's a path, as you can see, which is probably easier. We just didn't want to go up there. You cross the river here, or the beck, it runs immediately up the side, almost back on ourselves, up the ridge of Blake Ridge, which will then take us to Fell Head. Just heading around the flanks of Blake Ridge, where a little further up here we'll take a left, head up onto Fell Head. Beautiful view. That's the valley we came up, Carlin Gill. That's the M6 heading north, heading south. Lake District beyond, which is very white. Had a good dollop of snow last night, not so much over here in the Howgills, but I don't mind that. Not for these beautiful views. So this Gill is where we're going to take that left. Just there. We're going to go up that ridge, slightly off-piste, which will take us directly to Fell Head, and then we're going to come back down the ridge, which will take us into that call, and then over onto Linghaw. Yep, so off the path, straight up here, which should take us to Fell Head. Fell Head, summit, 640 metres. It's a Hewitt and a Nuttall, and our highest point today. We're going to go down to Linghaw and then back down to the car. That's Linghaw below me. That's where we're heading. meters. There it is. Yeah, so from the summit of Linghaw, we head off the front ridge in a northerly direction, straight off this ridge, which will take us almost straight to the car. I really do hope my video has done these beautiful hills some justice. I love the Howgills. Well, I'm going to wrap my video up now because I can see my car. It's just there, about a quarter of a mile away. So I'm going to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did and like to see more, please give me a like or even consider subscribing. And I'll see you again. Thank you.